welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I would like to welcome you each into the kitchen on this beautiful afternoon on full moon night where we're going to make, yes, exactly what the title says. Apple pie, moonshine pie with apple pie moonshine crust. Oh, yes. This is how we cook with the moonshine. Yes, we are. We're going to have fun and we're going to make a wonderful old Appalachian recipe. So let's get busy. Junior's in there laughing at me. He's in there laughing because I've been looking forward to making this pie. Like I said, this is an old recipe and I am looking forward to baking it and resurrecting old favorites. So let's get busy making pie crust first. Okay, like I said, we're working on the pie crust first. And before people go to panicking and everything, it's going to be baked in the oven. The moonshine and the crust and the moonshine and the custard pie part is going to cook. The alcohol is going to cook out, but the flavor is going to be left behind. People have to quit panicking. Okay, in this bowl, now, before you get ready, your butter needs to be chilled. I'm going to be using a cup of cut up butter. Now, if you want to, you can use half a cup of chilled butter cut up into pieces and a half a cup of lard, or half a cup of butter and half a cup of tallow. You want both to be cold where you can mix it in, but you need to at least have butter in it. Now in this bowl I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour and a teaspoon of salt in it. Now I'm going to add the butter, and this is chilled butter. You want to work with chilled butter because you don't want it to melt on you while you're mixing the pie crust. Because the heat from your hands will melt the butter. And you want to get your butter broke all up. You want chunks of butter in this pie crust, or chunks of butter and lard, or butter and tallow. One of those mixes. You want to make sure you have butter completely incorporated into the flour. Because this is what's going to give you the flaky pie crust. Want to get it broken down some, but not completely. And yes, I am cooking with real apple pie moonshine. Yes, I am. It's legal apple pie moonshine, so y'all don't say nothing about that either. Later on, eventually, it'll be homemade. You heard me. You just want to make sure you don't have any great big chunks of butter, but you want to make sure you got little chunks. And you want to make sure that before you start this, that your moonshine is cold and your water is cold. And I just took them out of the freezer. You want to chill them for at least 30 minutes. Now your water, you can cheat and add ice cubes, but I don't have ice cubes. Okay. Apple pie moonshine. Of course, we gotta check for quality control. Oh, that's good. I want a quarter of a cup of moonshine. Now, if you don't want to do apple pie moonshine, you can do whatever flavor moonshine that you enjoy. And make sure you get all of that out of there. Don't leave no moonshine behind. Thanksgiving coming up, y'all. What better way to celebrate old traditions than having a moonshine pie for dessert? We're going to work with a little bit of flour at a time. Now, I can't give an exact amount of how much water to use because it's going to all depend on how dry your flour is. You just don't want to use too much water. And of course, my flour is real dry. There we go. It's starting to come together now. You want to work it a little bit, not a whole lot, but you want to make sure you get all of that incorporated. And as you can see, there's little lumps of butter. You want to see that. Just like in biscuits, you want to see those lumps of butter. But you don't want to overwork your pie crust either. Okay. Now, this will make 2 9-inch pie crust. So, yeah, a different pie video coming out later in about a week from now or better. Okay, you want to flatten it down best you can. And some people use plastic wrap. I don't have any, so I'm gonna, for this one, I'm going to aluminum foil it. Yeah, you can smell the moonshine. It smells good, y'all. And this one, I'm going to aluminum foil it and put it in a freezer safe Ziploc bag. Like I said, there's going to be another mystery pie. I'm going to leave it a mystery. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. And you want to make sure that they're wrapped good because you do not want them. This one I'm going to freeze. This one I'm sticking in the freezer to let it chill. And you can chill it for an hour or 24 hours overnight. I'm going to let it go for an hour because I got to bake a pie. This one, I'm going to put it in the bag here in a minute. And I'm going to let it freeze for the next pie. See you back here in an hour. The pie crust has chilled for an hour. Want a good, clean workspace. Make sure you dust it very well because you do not want your pie crust to stick. And you're going to want to work fast so your butter doesn't have much time to melt. And you want to dust or flour your rolling pin. I don't know if y'all can see the big pieces of butter all throughout the crust. That looks about right. Yep. Oh, and preheat your oven. I'm glad it beeped at me. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Do not waste your pie crust scraps or trimmings. Put those in a freezer container or Ziploc bag. And every time you make a pie crust, keep adding to it. And then that way you eventually end up with another pie crust. But keep it frozen. Now, to flute your pie, it don't have to be perfect, y'all. It's what's in the pie that has to be perfect. Put your two fingers like that and put your other finger in, and that makes the flute. What you want to do is flute it, put your thumb on the other side, and keep fluting all the way around. And like I said, it don't have to be perfect because it's homemade. And what matters is what's in the pie crust. Yes, pie crust is going to be good no matter what. It's got butter, y'all. And there we go. Like I said, it don't have to be perfect. I'm not OCD. You'll drive yourself crazy trying to get that perfect. Okay, I will be right back. Put this aside. Do not put this in the oven. This will go in the oven when you get the custard filling put inside, and I'll be right back. Okay, now it's time to make the custard filling. It's old-fashioned custard, so a lot of people's not going to be used to this. I have um, half a cup of butter, one stick of real butter, and I use salted butter. I have a cup and a quarter of sugar, and we're going to blend this together. I'm going to need 3 large eggs, but I'm going to only add them one at a time. And make sure they're incorporated very well. Now, I have done it with the hand whisk, or if you have a stand mixer, you can do it in a stand mixer as well. But you want to make sure you only do 1 egg at a time and make sure it gets incorporated very, very well. Alright, now here comes the fun part. In here, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Make sure you get it all out. You want a tablespoon of vinegar. And a 1/4 cup of apple pie moonshine. It's time to bake with the moonshine. Yes, baby. Oh my God, that smells good. All right. Now, let me reiterate for those who are worried, to death, the alcohol is going to cook out while it's baking. All you're going to be left is with the flavor. I want 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2. Real vanilla, which will have alcohol in it as well. The more the merrier, y'all. Okay, now in this bowl, some of this is going to sound weird to people. Remember, this recipe comes from Appalachia. It's how they still cook to this day. I have a 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of cornmeal. Yes, cornmeal. I have a teaspoon of salt. No, half a teaspoon of salt. I'm wrong. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. Of course, the full recipe will be in the description box below. You want to add a little at a time. I do it in 2 batches. Do not worry, it's going to be thin. It will solidify while it's baking. Okay. Like I said, the oven's already preheated to 350. My hand's got butter on it. There we go. There's one way to do it. Oh, this smells so good, y'all. I love keeping the old recipes alive. Oh my gracious. It's been too long. It's okay. It's good to be the cook. Now I'm going to put this in the oven. The rack needs to be in the middle of your oven. Oven preheated to 350 degrees. And we're going to let it bake for 45 minutes. And then I'll bring y'all right back. See you after a while. The pie is done. Look how beautiful that pie turned out. And let me tell you, the aroma in the house is amazing. Junior's ready. He's idling on go. He's got his decaf coffee ready, and he's ready for his piece of pie. Now remember, this is like an old-fashioned custard pie. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. And it's going to be creamy on the inside, and the aroma is amazing. Let me go give this to Junior because he's waiting. Junior's happy as can be. He says it's really good. So I got one, which one thumb doubles as two thumbs, so I got a two thumbs up from Junior. I got a little fat piece. Oh, look, y'all. Perfectly done. Like I said, it's a custard pie, but not like a custard most people are used to. Hold on, we're going to try this. He said it was still real hot, so I'm going to have to be careful. I want to try the crust. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Mm. Oh. Oh, it's so good. Hot. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Look, y'all. Junior was smiling at me. Look at that. Oh, that is so good. Mm. Definitely want to let it cool down some more, but my gracious, that's good. That is so good, y'all. And this is how we eat the moonshine. Yes, don't be afraid to cook with it, y'all. The alcohol cooks out of it, the flavor stays behind. It is absolutely delicious, and this would make a perfect dessert pie for Thanksgiving, Christmas, any time of year, as long as you got the moonshine. Homemade from scratch. I know exactly what goes into this pie. Now, you will need to refrigerate it later on. But I don't think if you got a good sized family, it's not going to last long, y'all. And this is new for a lot of people, but this is an old Appalachian recipe that I am thankful to give rebirth to. Keeping the old ways, the old recipes alive. And the complete recipe will be in the description box below the video. I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video. I'm ready to go finish this pie with my coffee. Continue to stock up your pantries with foods that will nourish and sustain you and the ingredients to make pie. Continue to stock up medicinals that will heal you, protection of all kinds, and above all else, the bare essentials to survive on. Y'all, I can't tell you how good this pie is. It's amazing. Everyone, may you each be blessed, stay safe and sound, and love y'all dearly. Hoot, hoot. I'll see you soon.